All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at how modern local service businesses on the Treasure Coast are completely ditching those shared lead platforms to build their own hyper-targeted digital engines. Look, if you run a service business, you already know the landscape has shifted, right? It's no longer just about having a website, it's about having a machine that actually works for you around the clock. So today we're breaking down a really strategic framework mapped out by JNet Solutions, a digital services company based right out of Fort Pierce, Florida. They've laid out this incredibly compelling blueprint for how service providers can finally stop chasing their tails and start generating consistent inbound momentum.
I mean, you know the drill. For contractors and local service providers, fighting over the exact same leads as your competitors is a frustrating trap, and we really need to explore that today. Think about it. You pay a premium to some third-party aggregator, they send a single lead to you and, 5 other businesses in your area? Suddenly you're locked in this stressful race to the bottom on price. It completely erodes your profit margins, and honestly, it does absolutely nothing to build your own local brand equity. As we'll see, relying on this outdated model is basically a trap that's just holding you back from scaling.
Now, get this. Just look at the sheer volume of your potential customers actively searching for local services online every single week. According to the 2024 SOCI Consumer Behavior Index from our research, a staggering 80% of U.S. consumers are doing this weekly. If your business isn't highly visible where they're looking, you essentially don't exist to 8 out of 10 people in your community. And that daily search figure, 32%, that's the one that really jumps out to me. Almost a third of your market is looking for solutions to immediate problems every single day, whether it's a leaky pipe, a broken AC, or some emergency landscaping. And this recent 2025 consumer search behavior data clearly shows why hyperlocal visibility is no longer just optional if you want to capture high-intent customers in your area. Nearly half of all consumers, 46% to be exact, are always or often attaching the phrase "near me" to their queries. So, what does that actually tell us? Well, it tells us these folks aren't just casual browsers, they aren't window shopping. When someone types "roofers near me" or "plumbers near me," they have an active problem and their wallets are out. They want a local expert and they want them right now.
So to capture this massive local audience, Fort Pierce-based JNet Solutions builds a cohesive digital engine that relies on 3 interlocking gears. You see, it's like a giant puzzle. You can't just have one piece and expect it to work. If you have great web design but zero local SEO, you're basically a billboard in the desert. Nobody's going to see it. If you have great SEO but terrible web design, sure, you get traffic, but no phone calls. And if you get the traffic and the calls, but you're out on a job site and you miss them, the whole system breaks down. That's exactly why these 3 steps, getting found, converting the visitor, and capturing the lead, have to work in perfect unison.
Let's start with gear number 1, top of the funnel, getting found and building trust.
The real game changer here is the massive advantage of shifting away from that outdated reliance on third-party aggregators. Instead, you want to own a system that produces exclusive, inbound leads directly to your business. Notice the contrast here. On the left side, fighting in that crowded pool, you're essentially just renting your business momentum from someone else. But on the right side, with a direct line to your business, you're building a true asset. When you generate exclusive inbound leads, the customer is calling you because they specifically want to work with you. You aren't just one option on some crowded list anymore, you are the authority they've chosen to reach out to.
So whether you're targeting Palm Bay, Fort Pierce, or Vero Beach, ranking at the absolute top of these local search results is exactly how you intercept customers the moment they have a problem. This is the whole essence of a targeted local SEO strategy. It's not about trying to rank nationally, it's about dominating your specific geographic footprint. By optimizing your online profiles, you make sure that when those high-intent near-me searches happen in your service areas, your business is the one popping up first. It instantly positions you as the premier, geographically relevant solution.
And this points to something absolutely crucial. Ensuring your business looks professional across all online directories and review sites builds vital customer trust before they even pick up the phone. Digital presence optimization goes completely hand in hand with local SEO. Think about it. If a customer finds you but your business hours are wrong on one directory, your address is outdated somewhere else, and your reviews are totally unmanaged, that high-intent lead just instantly evaporates. Consistency across all these channels signals reliability, not just to search engines, but more importantly, to your future clients.
All right, moving right along to the middle of the funnel, the 8-second window.
Once that local customer actually clicks on your link, a rapidly ticking clock starts. You only have exactly 8 seconds to capture a visitor's attention before they back out of your site and bounce to a competitor. Just let that sink in for a second. 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. That's it. That is your entire window to prove to a potential customer that they landed in the right place. In today's digital landscape, patience is practically non-existent. If your site is slow, confusing, or just doesn't immediately answer their needs, they are hitting that back button. Because of that tiny 8-second window, your web design has to go way beyond just looking good. It must be a mobile responsive tool engineered specifically to convert visitors on contact. This is exactly what JNet Solutions means when they talk about building a digital engine rather than just a static digital brochure. A service business doesn't need a website that just sits there looking pretty. It needs a seamless web application. And since the vast majority of those local high-intent searches are happening right on smartphones, if your site isn't perfectly mobile responsive, you are literally turning away business within those first 8 seconds.
Which brings us to the bottom of the funnel. Never miss a lead.
So you've optimized your local presence, you captured their attention in 8 seconds, but what happens when they finally reach out while you're busy at a job site? By integrating AI-powered automation into your customer interactions, you effectively create an always-on system that captures leads 24/7, streamlining your entire process. This is where the whole engine really comes together. As a local service provider, you're out in the field, your hands are dirty, you're managing crews. You can't always answer the phone on the first ring, but a customer with a leaking roof, they aren't going to leave a voicemail and wait, they're going to call the next guy on the list. AI automation acts as your ultimate safety net, intelligently responding and engaging around the clock so the leads you work so hard to get don't just slip through the cracks.
Partnering with local experts based right out of Grade Twig Lane in Fort Pierce means you get strategies that are actually customized to your market. It perfectly combines an understanding of the Treasure Coast with a hyper-focus on exclusive inbound leads and time-saving AI tools. This approach ensures service businesses are getting the dedicated strategic support they actually need to scale, rather than just treading water year after year.
So as we wrap up this explainer today, I'll leave you with this provocative thought. Are you finally ready to stop paying for shared leads and start owning the digital engine that drives your success? The data we've looked at today is crystal clear. The customers are out there, they're searching daily, and they're making hyper-local decisions in mere seconds. The framework completely exists to capture them, from dominating local search results to building websites that actually convert and backing the whole thing up with AI automation. The only question left is whether you're ready to take control of your digital presence and build undeniable momentum for your local service business.